Welcome back to Speak English Fluently. Today, James and I are talking about something that many people think about every day. It is how to turn your dream into reality. Almost everyone has a dream. Some people want to become successful, some want to improve their English, some want to build a business, and some want to create a better life for themselves and their families.
Yes, dreams are very important because they give people hope and direction. Without dreams, life can start to feel boring and empty. Dreams give people something to work for. They give people a reason to wake up every morning and continue moving forward, even during difficult times.
But I think one of the biggest problems is that many people only dream. They think about success all the time, but they never take action. They spend months or even years imagining a better life, but they do not do the small things that can help them move closer to their goals.
That is very true. Dreaming is easy because it feels good. People imagine having money, freedom, success, or confidence. But dreams only become real when people are willing to work for them. A dream without action stays only a dream.
I think many people are afraid to start because they feel like their dream is too big. They look at the final result and think it is impossible.
Yes, when people think only about the final goal, they can feel overwhelmed. For example, someone may want to build a successful YouTube channel, but when they think about subscribers, views, editing, recording, money, and competition, they become scared and confused.
That is why people should stop thinking only about the final result. Instead, they should focus on the first small step. Big dreams are achieved through small daily actions.
Exactly. A person does not need to do everything today. They only need to start. One small step is always better than waiting for the perfect moment.
I think many people wait too long because they want everything to be perfect before they begin. They want more money, more confidence, more knowledge, or better conditions.
Yes, but the perfect moment never comes. People often say, I will start next month, I will start next year, or I will start when I feel ready. But if they keep waiting, they can lose years of their lives.
That is very sad because time is very important. Once time is gone, it never comes back.
Exactly. Success usually comes to people who begin before they feel ready. They learn while they are moving forward.
Think fear is another big reason why people do not chase their dreams. They're afraid of failure, rejection, criticism, and mistakes.
Yes, many people worry too much about what other people will think. They are afraid that people will laugh at them or judge them if they fail.
But people should remember that every successful person failed many times before they finally succeeded.
That is very true. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every mistake teaches a lesson, and every lesson helps people become stronger and smarter.
I think people should stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I succeed?"
Exactly. One positive decision can completely change someone's future. Sometimes one small step is enough to start a completely different life.
So maybe the first lesson is simple. People should stop waiting and start taking action.
Yes. Dreams become reality when people stop only thinking and start doing.
Thank you for listening to part one of this conversation. In part two, James and I will talk about consistency, routines, and how to stay motivated.
We will also talk about how people can continue moving forward even when progress feels slow.
Welcome back. In part two, James and I are going to talk about consistency, routines, and how people can stay motivated while chasing their dreams. Many people start working on their goals with a lot of excitement, but after a few days or weeks, they slowly lose focus.
Yes, that happens because motivation does not stay forever. Some days people feel excited, energetic, and ready to work. But other days they feel tired, lazy, stressed, or discouraged. If people only work when they feel motivated, they will stop very quickly.
That is why discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation helps people start, but discipline helps them continue.
Exactly. Discipline means doing the work even when you do not feel like it. It means staying committed to your goal even on bad days, slow days, and difficult days.
I think routines are very important because routines make life easier. When people do the same important actions every day, they do not need to think too much about what to do.
Yes, routines slowly become habits. For example, if someone wants to improve their English, they can practice every day at the same time. After some time, it becomes normal for them.
The same thing is true for fitness, business, YouTube, or any other dream. Small actions repeated every day can create very big results.
That is very true. 1 hour every day may not seem important in 1 week. But after a few months or 1 year, that 1 hour can completely change someone's life.
I think another problem is that many people want fast results. They want to become successful very quickly.
Yes, and when they do not see success immediately, they start feeling disappointed. They think their hard work is not helping them, so they lose hope.
But real success usually takes much longer than people expect.
Exactly. Many successful people worked for years before they finally reached their goals. People usually see only the success, but they do not see the long period of hard work behind it.
I think people should celebrate small progress too. Many people only feel proud when they achieve something very big.
That is a mistake because small wins are important. If someone practices every day for 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year, they should feel proud of that progress.
Small progress can help people stay motivated because it reminds them that they are moving in the right direction.
Exactly. Success is not one big moment. Success is many small actions repeated for a long time.
I think people should also stop comparing their beginning with someone else's success.
Yes, comparison is dangerous because it makes people feel like they are behind in life. Everyone has a different journey, different struggles, and different timing.
Someone may reach success quickly, while another person may need more time. That does not mean the slower person is failing. So maybe the most important lesson is that people should keep going, even when they do not feel motivated.
Yes, people do not need to feel excited every day. They only need to keep moving forward one step at a time.
Thank you for listening to part 2 of this conversation. In part 3, James and I will talk about confidence, mindset, and how to believe in yourself.
We will also talk about how people can stay strong when life becomes difficult.
Welcome back. In part 3, James and I are going to talk about confidence, mindset, and how people can continue believing in themselves even when life becomes difficult. Many people start working very hard on their dreams, but after some time, they stop believing in themselves because they do not see fast success.
Yes, that happens because success usually takes much longer than people expect. Many people think they will become successful in a few weeks or a few months. But when they do not see big results quickly, they start feeling disappointed. They begin thinking that maybe they are not talented enough, smart enough, or good enough.
I think self-doubt is one of the biggest reasons people stop chasing their dreams. They start asking themselves negative questions like, what if I fail? What if I waste my time? What if I never become successful? Or what if other people are better than me?
That is very true. But people need to remember that every successful person has felt doubt at some point. Even confident people feel scared, confused, and uncertain sometimes. The difference is that successful people continue anyway. They do not let fear stop them.
I think many people believe that successful people are always confident, but that is not true. Many successful people continue working even when they are afraid. They continue even when they are tired, discouraged, or confused.
Exactly. Confidence does not mean never feeling fear. Confidence means continuing even when fear is there. Brave people are not people without fear. Brave people are people who do not let fear control their decisions.
I think many people also lose confidence because they compare themselves too much with others. They see someone else becoming successful and then they start thinking they are failing.
Comparison is very dangerous because it makes people forget their own progress. Everyone has different struggles, different opportunities, and different timing. Someone may need 1 year to reach success, while another person may need 5 years.
That does not mean the slower person is failing. It only means their journey is different. People should stop feeling bad just because someone else is moving faster.
Exactly. People should stop asking, "Why am I not where they are?" and start asking, "Am I improving compared to who I was before?" That is a much healthier and more useful question.
I think that is very important because progress is more important than perfection. Even small progress is still progress. If someone is better today than they were last month, that is already something to be proud of.
Yes. Many people become unhappy because they want everything to be perfect. They think if they make one mistake, everything is ruined. But that is not true. Nobody is perfect, and nobody succeeds without making mistakes.
Mistakes are normal. Mistakes do not mean someone is weak, stupid, or unsuccessful. Mistakes simply mean someone is learning.
Exactly. Mistakes are proof that someone is trying. Every mistake teaches a lesson, and every lesson makes people stronger and smarter. People should not be ashamed of mistakes because mistakes are part of growth.
Mistakes are normal. Mistakes do not mean someone is weak, stupid, or unsuccessful. Mistakes simply mean someone is learning.
Yes. They say things like, "I will never succeed," "I am not good enough," "I always fail," or "I am too late." But if people keep speaking to themselves like that, they will slowly start believing it.
People should speak to themselves like they speak to a close friend. They should say things like, I am trying my best, I am improving, I will learn from this, and I will keep going.
Exactly. Positive self-talk is very important because words can change the way people think and feel. If people repeat negative words every day, they will feel weaker. But if they repeat positive words, they will feel stronger and more confident.
I think another important thing is remembering why you started. When people forget their reason, they lose motivation and begin feeling lost.
That is very true. People should remind themselves why their dream matters. Maybe they want a better future, more freedom, more money, more confidence, or a better life for their family. Those reasons can give people strength.
When people remember their reason, it becomes easier to stay strong during difficult times. Even when life becomes hard, they still have something important pushing them forward.
Exactly. Hard days will come, slow progress will happen, and sometimes people will feel like giving up. But if they remember why they started, they can continue moving forward one step at a time.
I think people should also learn to be patient. Many people want success immediately, but important goals usually take a long time.
Exactly. Hard days will come, slow progress will happen, and sometimes people will feel like giving up. But if they remember why they started, they can continue moving forward one step at a time.
That is why people should not quit just because they do not see results quickly. Sometimes progress is slow, but slow progress is still progress.
Exactly. Sometimes people are much closer to success than they realize, but they quit because they become tired or discouraged too early. If they continued for a little longer, they might finally reach their goal.
I think people should remember that hard work is never wasted. Even if success takes time, every day of effort still matters.
That is very true. Every day of practice, every small improvement, every failure, and every difficult moment helps people become stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the future.
So maybe the most important lesson is that people should never stop believing in themselves, even when life becomes difficult.
Yes, dreams do not become reality in one day, but with patience, hard work, confidence, and consistency, anything is possible.
Thank you for listening to this conversation.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.
And remember, your dream can become reality if you keep working for it.
See you in the next conversation.